Verbos en el presente are present tense verbs. When conjugating a verb, you need to consider who is doing the action, which would be the subject. In Spanish, we have the subject pronouns. They fall into two categories, singular and plural, and then they're first person, second person, third person. Singular, first person is yo, which means I. You're recording this on your guided note sheet. Second person singular is tu, with the accent. Don't forget that. And that means you informal. This is somebody you're familiar with, that you know well. Third person singular, there's three of them. There's él, with an accent, which means he. Ella, which means she. And usted. There's the abbreviation UD, or you can spell it out, usted. That's you formal. That's somebody a you that you would use with somebody you don't know, you're unfamiliar with, a stranger, or somebody in a position of respect, perhaps an elder, or somebody in a position above you, like a boss. Plural first person is nosotros or nosotras, which is we. Nosotros would be for we, a group of guys, we, a group of girls and guys. Nosotras would be reserved as if we referred to just a group of girls. Second person plural is vosotros or vosotras. This is mainly used in Spain. This is you plural, so when you, the speaker, is addressing a group of people. If you were standing talking to all of your friends and saying, what do you all want to do today? That's what vosotros is, the you all or you plural. Third person, we have three of them again. We have ellos, which is they, referring to a group of guys or masculine nouns. They being a mixed gender group of people. Ellas is a group of females, or a group of feminine nouns. And ustedes is another you all. So again, when I'm standing in front of the classroom, I say, I refer to my students as you all. Will you all please turn in your homework? That is ustedes. There's the abbreviation UDS, and the full word that you'll see there is ustedes. You can write either. Once you've considered the subject of the sentence, now you can conjugate a verb. To conjugate a verb means to change it so different subjects can be described doing actions. I speak, you speak, he speaks, she speaks, we speak. Remember, a verb is an action or something that happens. To conjugate a verb in Spanish, there are three major steps. Number one, take an infinitive verb. An infinitive verb ends in either AR, ER, or IR. So that means just to do something, like to speak, to eat, or to live. Step two, you drop off the AR, ER, IR ending. Now you're left with what's considered the stem of the verb. Notice hablar becomes habl, comer becomes com, and vivir becomes vive. Now you're ready to add the appropriate endings according to the subject. That's step three. We have AR verbs like the verb hablar. So we've started with an infinitive verb, not conjugated, means to do something. We start with hablar, we drop off the AR ending, now we're going to add the endings. The yo form ending is o, the tu form ending is as, the la usted ending is a, the nosotros ending is amos, vosotros ending is ais with the accent over the a, and ellos, ellas, and ustedes is an. So you're writing those under the AR ending boxes on your guided note sheet. Let's practice hablar. We've taken the verb hablar. The yo form would be hablo, then which means I speak. The tu form is hablas, which means you speak. El usted would be habla, which means he speaks, she speaks, or you formal speaks. Nosotros would become hablamos, which is we speak. Vosotros would be habláis, you all speak. And then we have ellos, ellas, and ustedes hablan, which would be they speak, or you all speak as well for ustedes. Some common AR verbs that you'll be using, you can fill these in at the bottom again. You have hablar, which means to speak. Estudiar, to study. pasar to spend, escuchar to listen, necesitar to need, tomar to take, viajar to travel, and usar to use. Those are all AR verbs. Next, we have ER verbs. Endings are really similar. Take an infinitive, comer, drop the ER. Now you can add these endings. O, ace, a, amos, ace, with an accent over that E, and then N. Example verb of comer would look like this. Yo como, I eat. Tú comes, you eat. Él, ella, usted come, he eats, she eats, or you formal eat. Nosotros comemos, we eat. Vosotros coméis, you all eat. And ellos, ellas, ustedes comen, they eat, or you all eat. Some common ER verbs that you may use. Deber, which to should or just should or ought to. Comer, to eat. Creer, to believe. Comprender, to understand. Vender, to learn. Beber, to drink. Correr, to run. And vender, to sell. Make sure you have these, again, all your guided note sheet filled out to the best of your ability. The last kind of verb in Spanish is an IR verb. Vivir is our example. We take vivir, drop off the IRs. We have viv, and now we can have IR endings. The yo form is O, ace, a. Notice it's a little different from ER and IR, or ER verbs here. Imos, vosotros is is, with an accent over the I, and then N. So vivir would look like this. Vivo, vives, vive, vivimos, vivís, viven. Some common IR verbs are escribir, vivir, recibir, and abrir. Escribir is to write, vivir to live, recibir to receive, and abrir is to open. For additional resources, here are some videos. There's a video that further explains AR verbs, ER verbs, and IR verbs.